What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, coming back to Paramore. Yes, indeed, Paramore Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bibbidi bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Star G, and this is actually Star G's prioritized request for the month of April for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Star. Hope you enjoy the show. Star G wanted to see me react to this. It is Paramore with a song entitled Born for This. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait, hold it, I've heard this before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Emerson Live, all one word, and the video has 37,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Paramore, Born for This, live from the final riot. Okay. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
When misery comes crawling, with your faith, you'll trigger a landslide. Kill off this common sense of mine. It takes acquired minds to taste the taste of taste. This one can't down it with your eyes. So we don't need the headlines. We don't need the headlines. They just want. Everybody
I like everything I'm hearing. I'm enjoying everything I'm hearing. I'm enjoying everything I'm seeing. Intro was a little long, if I'm being honest, but it's all right. It's not going to be the be all end all of their implosion. You know, it's not going to be that. To some extent, I kind of get it from a theatric standpoint. You know, guitar player all the way up on the ramp on stage, you know, right, spotlight on him. And then he does this thing for a while. And then in comes the guitar player on stage left, also up on the ramp, you know, spotlight on him. They're going to play together for a while. I get it. You know, and then they come together down the ramp. Here comes the bass player. In comes the drums. You know, I understand everything that happened, and I understand why it happened. It was a little long. Okay. Now, is there any way to fix that? Yeah, sure. You could take away from some of the theatrics. You could take away from some of the showmanship. And if you guys know anything about me, that's not going to happen. You know, I would rather have the intro go a little bit longer, as long as there is a reason for it. And from a showmanship standpoint, there was a reason. So I get it. I'm cool with it. The song itself, pretty easy to follow, not difficult. Nothing all that challenging. The progression sounds good. The chordal progression sounds good. Notationally, melodics sound very nice over the top. Whether it be done from instrumentally or from vocally, it sounds good across the board. Nothing's blowing my mind, but at the same time, I have no complaints. So it's just fine. The live show looks good. It looks really good. If I'm not mistaken, they've checked off all 5 boxes. Let's see. Stage presence, yeah. Stage energy, definitely. Stage interaction, yeah. Actually, there was a couple of times. Okay, so we're good there. Crowd interaction, tons. No worries there. Showmanship, yeah. No, they've checked off all 5 main boxes. I'll even throw in the 6th one. I'll even throw in production, because their lighting is nice. It looks really good. I like how they spell out the word riot up here. I have no idea what that signifies. Is that the name of the latest album? Is that the name of the tour? I know it says Life in the Final Riot, but I mean, is there some significance to this word riot? But I'm not sure about that, but I like the fact that they spelled it out, and they didn't just spell it out. It looks like they're using, halogen lighting, the halogen tubes, to create a font of some kind, which really kind of adds a little bit to the overall presentation. It's very striking. It's very eye-catching. And on top of that, their light show is clearly designed to go with the song. So that's definitely production. I mean, it's not pyro, it's not crowd, it's not amazing production, but you could tell effort was put into it. So that's good. It shows that they care, and they're putting, you know, a lot of attention to detail into their overall product. So I got no problems with that whatsoever. Let's keep going. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if they can keep it up. You know, it's one thing to come out the gate, you know, the first minute be bombastic. That's one thing. But if you can carry that over for the entire song, now we're talking. I can't tell you how many times I've seen bands come out the gate, first minute, they're a ball of fire, and then they literally fizzle out to a dead standstill by the time the first song is over. I'm like, you guys need to work on your stamina. Clearly. Anyway, let's keep going here.
Doing what? Time out if everyone's were pleasing. You'll trigger a landslide victory. Kill off their finite state of mind. It takes acquired minds to taste this. Why can't doubt it with your eyes? So we don't need the headlines. No, we don't want your headlines.
More interaction between the bassist and the drummer. Good. Short, please look at our lead there. Ooh, halftime. Oh, they should have kept that halftime going. Oh, there we go. Solid ending. Solid ending. Nice way to end it. From a song standpoint and from a live performance standpoint, great ending. Because from there, you can do a lot of things. You could pause, take your time and talk to the crowd. Right from there, stage goes dark. You can go right into the next song. You want to take a quick drink for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then start the next song. There's a lot of options because you had that really strong accented ending. That's very good. Yeah, no, I honestly have no problems. I have no issues with this. I was thoroughly entertained without question. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Paramore with Born for This. This was a request from Star G. And this was actually Star G's prioritized request for the month of April for being a silver tiered member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Star. Hope you enjoyed the show. There's really not a lot to talk about. That I didn't cover during the course of the reaction. We pretty much covered everything. So I'm gonna hit some bullet points and we're gonna call it a day. Yeah, let's just get to it. Let's start with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that overall presentation, I'm going to give that an 8.4. Yep, 8.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.4. What does that mean? Well, an 8.4 would translate to a great skill rating, so overall, I think this was a great presentation. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. So there you go, an 8.4, great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. A number of factors came into play here. Number one, let's start with the song itself. The songwriting. Okay. Is it the most impressive song I've ever heard? No. Is it the most impressive songwriting I've ever heard? No. I mean, it's good. It's solid songwriting without question. Everything they did with, as far as notation goes, as far as melodic lines go, as far as counter melodic lines go, as far as chordal progression goes, everything made sense. Everything sounded good. Everything was pleasing to the ear. Everything flowed well. It was a very smooth song. I got absolutely no issue with anything that happened from a songwriting standpoint. I'm just not going to sit here and blow things out of proportion and go, oh, this was an amazing song. No, it wasn't. To be honest with you, I wouldn't even say the song itself is even great. I would say the song on its own, just the song on its own merit, I would say it's a really good song. I'd be willing to do that. Sure, no problem. It was solid across the board. Musicianship, same thing. Nothing all that impressive from a musicianship standpoint. What they played was good. It was really good. But I'm not going to sit here and say, the guitar playing was amazing. No, it wasn't. It was solid across the board. For a song like this, they did everything they needed to do to make the song work. And do you really need more than that? No, I don't think you do. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it was fantastic. The guitar solo was fantastic. It wasn't even really a guitar solo. It was a guitar lead. And let's be honest, it wasn't fantastic. It was solid. It absolutely was. So I'm willing to do that. Vocals, I think were well done. Drumming, I think, if anything, I think the drumming probably was the biggest seller for me. The play around with feel, the switching between feel, between the straight time and between the straight time and the halftime feel. I like that. That was well done, absolutely, and probably the most impressive part about the whole song. And the ending. The ending was also pretty well done as well. It was a great ending. For where it is. Okay, from what I can tell, this was the first song of the set. This was the show opener. Okay, so how they ended the song as strongly as they did with those accented hits. I mean, they did a great job of selling the ending to set up whatever comes next. Whether they take, a 2-second break and then kick right into the next song, whether they take, a 10-second break, get some water really quick, towel off. Okay, you all ready? Go, downbeat. Okay, we could do that too. I don't recommend doing this after the first song, but after the first song, if you want to take a couple seconds to talk to the crowd, the way they ended it, they set it up. So yeah, the ending was nicely done. Overall, just from the song and the performance of the song, I would give that honestly around 7.6, 7.7, somewhere in there. It's a really good job overall. But I'm giving this an 8.4. Now, how does that work? Well, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you know what I'm going to say. So take a deep breath, kids, and say it with me.
Sing it out one time.
A live show can help your score or it can hurt your score. In this case, the live show absolutely helped. I talked about the very beginning, the theatrics with the guitar players, one on stage right in the back up on the ramp, one on stage left in the back up on the ramp, and how they entered, spotlight on one on the stage right while he was soloing, and then when we got to the second guitar coming in, spotlight came on him as well, and they played together. And then when they came down, the whole band kicked in. Visually, very appealing. It made perfect sense. Spotlight on the one guitar player since he's playing by himself, and then spotlight on the second guitar player when he comes in. Makes perfect sense. And having them up on the ramp, elevated, it looked good. It was very accented from a visual standpoint. It stood out. And when the band kicked in as a whole, the lights came up, it made perfect sense. The staggered entrance, of course, was really nice. Having the vocalist come out from the back. I mean, a lot of people are going to say stereotypical, and to some extent they're right, but at the same time, it still looks good. It still works, so I got no issue with it. Going down the checklist, let's see how well they did it. Stage presence, yep, they look like performers, they acted like performers, and I got no issue with anything that anybody did. Stage energy, pretty consistent throughout the show. At any given time, somebody was moving. Somebody was putting out energy. Sometimes it was the lead vocalist, sometimes it was the bassist, sometimes it was the guitar player on stage right, sometimes it was the guitar player on stage left. But at any given time, at least one person was putting out energy. So the energy was non-stop. Sharpening the saw, as I like to say. So yeah, I got no issue with that. It looked great across the board. Stage interaction, there were a number of times, I think I counted a grand total of 4, where I saw members of the band interacting with each other. So yes, stage interaction was covered. Crowd interaction, yes, a lot of it. And not just from the lead vocalist. I saw the bass player doing it. I saw the guitar player over on stage right doing it. I saw the guitar player over on stage left doing it. There was somebody constantly doing crowd interaction. Mostly from the lead vocalist, as it should be. Constant chances to come across with the call and response, or just point to the crowd and take the lead on this section, wherever that section may be. I think it was the pre-chorus. Have the crowd sing the entire pre-chorus. Why not? The crowd obviously knows the song. They've been singing along since the beginning. Why not give them a chance to shine? I like it, and it worked. So yeah, constant crowd interaction, constantly sharpening that saw again. So yeah, they did a fantastic job with the crowd interaction. Showmanship, yep, saw a lot of showmanship up on that stage from everybody. It wasn't just one person, everybody involved, even the drummer with the big exaggerated hand motions that honestly drummers don't have to do, but they do it because they want to put on the best show that they possibly can, and it showed. So yeah, and then on top of it, production. Yeah, gotta give it to them with the lighting. I know that's all we had for this particular song, but it looked good. I mean, it was clearly designed. And I love that riot across the top, using those halogen tubes to kind of create a little bit of an edgy font to spell out the word riot. I thought that was really clever. So yeah, I have no issue giving this an 8.4. From a 7.6 all the way up to an 8.4, absolutely, very well deserved. Nice, entertaining, stimulating, visual performance, as well as a well-executed, well-written song. So when it comes to set list placement, I think this was a fantastic choice. Now, I don't know if this song was a big hit for them or not. I mean, clearly the crowd knows it. So it may not necessarily be the biggest hit they ever had, but you know, when it comes to song selection, I've always talked about this. When you're creating your set list, you want to have two songs that you really want to think about. These two songs, the first song of the set and the last song of the set. You don't want them to be your biggest hits, but you want them to be songs that resonate well with the audience and the audience knows. So that when they come into the show, the show kicks off, there's a song there that they can sing along with, they recognize, and they enjoy. And then as far as the closing song, you want to send the crowd home happy. So you want to end your set with a song that the crowd knows, and they, again, sing along with, enjoy, and recognize. So those are probably the two most important songs when you're creating your set list that you want to take into account. And it sounds to me like they really gave this some thought. They didn't just randomly put a whole bunch of songs out there and say, here's our set list, No, they thought about this clearly. And what's the biggest giveaway? Two things. One, the beginning with the theatrics, and two, the ending. The way that they ended the song, yeah, it's clear that was intentional. So nice job on the song selection for the set list placement. So yeah, overall, 8.4, absolutely well deserved, and they earned every bit of it. So, well, the 8.4 is where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.4, which is a great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I've spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me. But if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.